as Oprah did all girls. She did an all boys school in South Africa. Now please give it up for Croft.
Alright, hey everybody. I'm Irish, I'm from Ireland, and William Butler Yeats is my freaking hero. I'm gonna recite a poem called The Tower from a book of poems called The Tower by William Butler Yeats. It's about growing. Thank you. It's about growing old. I think we can all relate to that. No. Fucking beautiful. You will one day. You will think about this someday. Okay. It's in 3 parts. Oh, what shall I do with this absurdity? Oh, heart of troubled heart. Decrepit age, this character that has been tied to me as to a dog's tail. Never had I more excited, passionate, fantastical imagination, nor an ear nor eye that more expected the impossible. No, not in boyhood, when with rod and fly and the humbler worm I climbed Ben Bulben's back and had the livelong summer day to spend. It seems I must bid the muse go pack and choose Plato or Plotinus for a friend, until imagination, ear and eye, can be content with argument and deal in abstract things, or else be derided by a battered sort of kettle at the heel. Part 2. I pace along the battlements and stare upon the foundation of a house, or where a tree like a sooty finger starts from the earth, and send imagination forth under the day's declining beam, and call images and memories from ruin or from ancient trees, for I would ask a question of them all. Beyond that ridge lived Miss French, and once when every candlestick and sconce had lit the dark mahogany and vine, a serving man that could divine that most respected lady's every wish, ran and with the garden shears clipped an insolent farmer's ears and brought them in a little covered dish. Some few remember still when I was young, a peasant girl commended by a song, who lived somewhere upon that rocky place and praised the color of her face and had the greater joy in praising her, remembering that if she walked there, the farmers jostled at the fair, so great a glory did the song confer. And certain men, being maddened by those rhymes, or else by toasting her a score of times, rose from the table and declared it right to test their fancy by their sight. But they mistook the brightness of the moon for the prosaic light of day. Music had driven their wits astray, and one was drowned in the great bog of Clune. Strange, but the man who made that song was blind, yet now that I've considered it, I find that nothing strange. The tragedy began with Homer, who was a blind man, and Helen has all living hearts betrayed. Oh, may the moon and sunlight seem one inextricable beam, for if I triumph, I must make men mad. And I myself created Hanrahan, and drove him drunk or sober through the dawn from somewhere in the neighboring cottages. Caught by an old man's juggleries, he stumbled, tumbled, fumbled to and fro, and had but broken knees for hire and a horrible splendor of desire. I thought it all out 20 years ago. Good fellows shuffled cards in an old bawn, and when that ancient ruffian's turn was on, he so bewitched the cards under his thumb that all but the one card became a pack of hounds, and not a pack of cards, and that he turned into a hare. Hanrahan rose in frenzy there, and followed out the baying creatures towards I have forgotten what. Enough. I must recall a man that neither love, nor music, nor an enemy's clipped ear could, he was so harried here. A man that's grown so fabulous there's not a neighbor left to say when he finished his dog's day, an ancient, bankrupt master of this house. Before that ruin came for centuries, rough men-at-arms crossed garters the knees or shot in iron, climbed the narrow stairs, and certain men-at-arms there were whose images in the great memory stored came with loud cry and panting breast to break upon a sleeper's breast, while the great wooden dice beat on the board. As I would question all, come all who can, come old and necessitous half-mounted man, and bring beauty's blind rambling celebrant, the red man, the juggler sent through God-forsaken meadows, Miss French, gifted with so fine an ear, The man drowned in the bog's mire when mocking muses toast the country wench. Did all old men and women, rich and poor, who trod upon these rocks or passed this door, whether in secret or in public, rage as I do now against old age? But I have found my answer in those eyes that are impatient to be gone. Go therefore, but leave me hand in hand, for I need all his mighty memories. Old lecher, with a love on every wind, bring up out of that deep conspiring mind all that you have discovered in the grave. For it is certain that you have reckoned up every unforeknown, unseen plunge, lured by a softening eye or a touch or a sigh into the labyrinth of another's being. Does imagination dwell the most upon a woman won or a woman lost? If on the lost admit you turned aside from a great labyrinth out of pride or cowardice or some silly over subtle thought or anything called conscience once, and that if memory recur, the sun's under eclipse and the day blotted out. Part 3. It is time that I wrote my will. I choose upstanding men that climb the streams until the fountain leap, and at dawn drop their cast at the side of dripping stone. I declare they shall inherit my pride, the pride of the people that were bound neither to cause nor to state, nor to the slaves that were spat upon, nor to the tyrants that spat, the people of Burke and of Grattan that gave the free to refuse, pride like that of the morn when the headlong light is loose, or that of the fabulous horn, or that of the sudden shower when all the streams are dry, or that of the hour when the swan must fix his eye upon a faded gleam, reach out upon a long last reach of glittering stream, and there sing his last song. And I shall declare my faith. I mock Plotinus' thoughts, and I cry in Plato's teeth. Death and life were not till man made up the whole, made lock, stock, and barrel out of his bitter soul. I, sun, moon, and stars all. And further add to that, the being dead, rise, dream, and so create translunar paradise. I have prepared my peace with learned Italian things and the proud stones of Greece, poets' imaginings, and memories of love, and the memories of the words of women, and all the things whereof man makes a superhuman, nearer resembling dream, as when the daws chatter and scream, and drop twigs layer upon layer, and when they have mounted up, the mother bird will rest upon their hollow top, and so warm her wild nest. Now I leave both faith and pride to young upstanding men climbing the mountainside, that under bursting dawn they may drop a fly, being of that metal made till it was broken by this sedentary trade. Now shall I make my soul, compelling it to study in a learned school, till wreck of body, slow decay of blood, testy delirium, or dull decrepitude, or what worse evil come, the death of friends, or the death of every brilliant eye that made a catch of the breath, seen with the clouds of the sky when the horizon fades, or a bird's sleepy cry amongst the deepening shades.
Y'all give it up for Croft one more time.